What's good, y'all? DJ Duro here. What we're going to talk about today is delivering a baby within a pandemic. We're going to talk about some of the best and the worst things that will happen while delivering a baby during a pandemic.
Zora's here. She's 4 months. She's very sleepy. She rubs her eyes when she tells me that she's tired. I think it's so cute.
Alright, so we'll get right to it. We have mom here. Oh. Can you hold her? Alright, so we're on a limited timer because, Zora is a little sleepy right now. So we're going to tell you about how she got here and the process it took. Mom's here. Say hi.
Hi.
I know you guys miss seeing her on videos. And I want to make sure that I brought her to give her full perspective on how it's been. So first we'll talk about some of the biggest changes, and I'll start even before having the baby and getting to the hospital. It's definitely different because you don't get to celebrate with your friends. Yeah. You don't get to have a baby shower. I didn't get to have my bachelor party like I did last time. I didn't get to have a diaper party. I didn't get to really see my friends, see my family as much as I would like to prepare for the baby. It's always fun to go places in the summertime with her, having her belly out.
Yes.
People give you you get everything when you're with a pregnant person.
Everything.
And we were lacking that because you didn't start showing until when?
I don't know.
Okay, so the pandemic started in March.
Oh,
Zora
yeah.
was born in August, so we didn't really get to even get the full spectrum of having fun, being pregnant, and going places. Going to restaurants with a pregnant person, getting parking spaces, all that stuff is always fun. But there's just so many things that you get to do when you have a pregnant wife that we didn't get a chance to have fun with that. Doctor's visits were even different.
Yeah.
We don't get to have the freedom. Not Zora. Ava didn't even get to be in the doctor's visits, which was our whole plan, was to have footage of her coming to the visits. I had to sit outside with her if she came.
It was very disappointing. My doctor's office, which I love, only allowed one support person and no kids. So since it was a pandemic, we didn't really utilize babysitters. So we kept Ava with us, and he would sit out in the car with her, and I would have to go into the appointments by myself.
The first time that happened, we didn't know that we couldn't bring Ava, and she was sad.
Ava was sad. I think I cried. I felt lonely. I felt alone. It's a very joyous time, but I didn't have anybody in the room besides my doctor to celebrate hearing the heartbeats and seeing the sonograms. I would just always have to come out and tell them what happened, which took away from it.
What were some of the biggest changes when we actually got to the hospital?
So, hospital, that was a wild ride. So, for starters, typically our parents would come into town. My mom lives in Houston and his mom lives in Cincinnati, and they would park and walk us into the hospital, pray for us, and we would say our goodbyes because I was having a C-section. But this time it was completely different. No one other than my support person was allowed in. So once they dropped us off at the front door, that was the last time that we got to see them until we came home. And it was really sad because
You upset?
Sorry, yeah. Just a little bit.
I didn't know this would upset you to speak about it. I would have made this something for us to talk about if I knew that.
So another disappointing part about giving birth during this time is that my grandmother was not able to be there after I woke up from surgery. So she was there the first time to see Ava be born, her great granddaughter, and it was very exciting, and we got some really good footage of that, and I wanted her there again this time to see her new youngest great granddaughter be born too.
You gotta be able to be real.
Yeah, it was kind of sad. You know, she came to see us when we came home from the hospital and got to hold her, and we got pictures, and she was really excited. But a part of me wanted her there to share that moment at the hospital with her. She is my best friend. You know, there's a special relationship between grandchildren and their grandmothers. Love her.
So that's definitely a big change. Not being able to have the people around you as support that you would expect to have. Like when you get the news of being pregnant, you're like, wow, we can't wait to have this delivery story and record it and have everybody around, have all these visitors. And then it comes to coronavirus and people are not covering themselves and keeping themselves safe, which was another thing that we really couldn't do anything throughout the summer because we were keeping ourselves safe. We didn't want Zora to have any issues. So we didn't want mommy to be sick.
It was scary. It was scary.
And that's just one of the biggest changes. If you're watching this, you may be somebody who is going to have a baby within this pandemic, and just keep yourself safe. With those being some of the worst things that we had to deal with, there is a flip side to it. So the best parts to us were that once we did have the baby, we didn't have to worry about visitors, which is, also
it's a twofold.
If you listened, we wanted visitors, but then seeing the good side about it is that we got to rest. We got to let her sleep.
Rest, baby.
Hi. Sorry, but I just gotta push on your belly again. Hi. I'm just here to take your blood. I'll be quick. Hi. I just brought you your stool softeners. Gotta get those hard turds softened up. It's all about the first poop. Good morning. Hi. How's baby? How was your sleep? Did you get some good rest? Oh, she's awake. Was it making that sound all night? That's weird.
We got to rest a little bit more because we didn't have people coming in and out.
Yeah.
When you have a hospital visit hours and you have to feed and you have to sleep whenever you can or take naps, but you're having visitors, that breaks up either my rest, her rest, the baby's rest, because you want to at least be nice when people come to visit. We couldn't have any visitors, and we were there for 3 or 4 days.
4 days. Yeah.
I couldn't leave.
Yeah, so
because that's part of the the policy that you can't have, if you're in here you can't leave. So
we were confined to the room for 4 days. So it got a little boring around day 4 and I was kind of ready to go home. But yeah, it was nice having uninterrupted time, bonding time together and with our new baby, so that way we could focus on breastfeeding and lactation and my recovery and making sure that I get what I needed from the nurses. So overall, it was different, but we were kept safe, and that's really all that we could ask for.
And that's the main thing we want to make sure we relay to you. If you're having a baby in the pandemic, everything will be okay. Zora's here, she's healthy, she's blessed.
Yeah.
We passed our COVID test whenever we had it, and she's good. She's healthy. She's 4 months old now, and you'll see it in our previous video. But I want to make sure that I close it off asking you, the parents, what are your fears when it comes to having a baby within a pandemic? What are your questions that you may have for us? If there are any questions that you have that you want us to answer in the comments or even do a follow-up video on, we'll be more than glad to do that for you. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can do it. You're here. You made it this far. You made it to this video. And just follow our experiences. We're going to make sure that we keep it as real as possible. No sugarcoating, so that you can walk into your situation having all the knowledge at least that we had. Until next time, thank you for watching Fatherhood Fraternity. Please like and subscribe. Say bye.
Peace out.
You're supposed to say it right there. You're supposed to say it right there. All right.